Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to go over the 10 weaknesses of an INTJ personality type. Make sure to watch each one of them and find out how many you have. If the Myer-Briggs Personality Indicator (MBTI) assessed you as an INTJ personality type, then you are among the most unique personality types in the world. INTJ, which stands for introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging, is an individual who is a superior strategist that analyzes every matter profoundly and in detail. The INTJ can be thought of as the mastermind or as an architect. Nevertheless, no personality type is perfect, and yes, INTJs have a lot of good strengths. However, people with this personality type have to be aware of their weaknesses as well. Knowing those weaknesses will help you in your self-improvement journey and increase your social skills by a significant amount. Find out what are your greatest weaknesses and learn how you can counteract them and achieve personal growth. Here are 10 weaknesses of an INTJ personality type. Number 1. They have superiority complex. The INTJ's proficiency in the areas of intelligence, logic, and reason is undeniable, and it is unquestionably one of their greatest assets, along with their belief in their own thoughts. These virtues, however, might become flaws if they develop into a superiority mindset. Unfortunately, this is not unusual among INTJs. They can be arrogant and condescending, as well as frustrated with those who don't get the concept as soon as they would want. Those who lack the ability to think logically and reasonably are more likely to be judged and not tolerated by INTJ personality type. Number 2. They try to be perfect all the time. While the INTJ's meticulousness can be a strength, like with anything, too much of a particular trait can quickly turn into a problem. For the INTJ, this natural thoroughness rapidly turns into perfectionism, and they can be extremely severe and rigorous in this aspect. Their standards are high in general, and this criticism can be aimed not only at themselves but also at others, including family members and close friends. Number 3. They have problems with expressing emotions. INTJs are also considered to possess a low EQ and a reluctance to interact with emotions, whether they be their own or others. INTJs prefer to think about the world in logical, analytical terms and have little sympathy for emotional issues. They have trouble detecting and responding to others' emotional signs and needs. This can suffocate social relationships as well as their own growth and development, and this may lead to others keeping a safe distance from architects. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. They can be very critical. Unfortunately, INTJs have a tendency to criticize how others accomplish things. This is primarily because they believe their approach is the best, and for the most part they are correct. However, they have no ability to communicate their ideas to people in a proper and polite way. One of the things that INTJs struggle with, especially in relationships, is being overly critical. They might be fussy about minor details and cause a hole between themselves and their partners. Many INTJ relationship problems stem from them being overly critical of their friends, family members, or partner, even if they are not doing it on purpose. Number 5. They are not following rules. It's not that all INTJs enjoy breaking the norms. This is more about this personality type's refusal to simply follow rules that have no purpose or meaning. Architects will not follow a rule if they disagree with it because they do not believe it is valid. While this may appear to be okay, if a rule is in place for a purpose the INTJ doesn't comprehend, it might cause problems. Architects despise following something mindlessly without understanding why. This includes limits and the people who put them in place. People with this personality type are prone to argue over insignificant laws and regulations, yet these disputes can be a deflection from more pressing issues. Society, like the law, is governed by rules. Rebellion against them can be beneficial at times, but for INTJs, these moments are more frequent than necessary, which can get them into difficulty in different areas of life. Number 6. They overanalyze everything. Analyzing every detail of life is unhealthy for anyone, but especially for INTJs. It can be tough for this personality type to switch off their analytical side and just let life happen because they have such an excellent analytical side. They tend to overthink things to the point where they become stressed and anxious. When it comes to stress and anxiety, INTJs can be their own worst enemy. Overanalyzing minor details that aren't significant in the great scheme of things is something INTJs have a tendency of doing, even if it causes them distress. INTJs can become so involved in tiny details, especially when stressed, that they may lose sight of the wider picture. Furthermore, architects can lose sleep over constant anxieties and re-examination of such issues, particularly those involving money. INTJs can experience intense anger and irritability under such conditions, and this can also cause a strain on their relationships with others. Number 7. They are romantically clueless. The uncompromising rationality of architects can cause them to feel dissatisfied by romance. They may find it difficult to understand what's going on and how to act, especially in the early phases of a relationship. If their relationships end for reasons they don't understand, they may grow cynical about issues of the heart, even questioning the value of love and connection. Number 8. They are too forceful. While INTJs enjoy dealing with problems and fixing them, they can come out as pushy when sharing their views. They have no qualms about playing devil's advocate and pointing out flaws in other people's arguments and beliefs. This is especially difficult for F-feeling personality types who are sensitive to criticism. Because INTJs despise making mistakes in themselves or others, they may grow impatient with others who are less capable than they are. They are more concerned with efficiency than with others' needs and feelings, which can be troublesome. That is why working as a team can be very difficult for INTJs at times. Number 9. They lack flexibility. Because they dislike when things are unexpected or up in the air, INTJs can be rigid at times. They desire to know what their next move will be so that they can prepare for it. When people repeatedly force fresh choices on the INTJ, they become extremely agitated. They aren't always enthusiastic about change, especially if they haven't been given enough notice to prepare. The INTJ gets irritated when things are continuously moving from one subject to the next with little sense of direction or logic. This limits their flexibility when it comes to social occasions like being around people who prefer spontaneity. Architects value efficiency and can become frustrated by those who continuously change plans and do things at the last minute without informing them. Number 10. They have no spontaneity in themselves. INTJs are known for their long-term outlook. INTJs were found to project themselves further into the future than any other MBTI personality type. This focus with the future is linked to the INTJ's primary function, introverted intuition, which stands in opposition to extroverted sensing's spontaneous and in-the-moment lifestyle. Interestingly, research shows that INTJs are generally introverts who never leave the house when absolutely necessary, yet they secretly yearn for thrilling experiences and to feel alive. They tend to lose themselves in their job, with their primary concerns being conceptualization and pattern recognition. Worries and fears are frequently present in their minds. INTJs are prone to becoming so caught up in their thoughts that they fail to smell the flowers and enjoy life's simple pleasures. This is one of the biggest weaknesses of an INTJ personality type. These videos will be really helpful for you.